Hi, friends. I'm back again. Got a new deck in the mail. This time it is the ASL Tarot. So let me tell you a little bit, and we'll have Baker say hello. She's already up and in it. Um, so this deck is put out by Dylan, who is in Rochester. So shout out to Rochester, not far from where I grew up, actually. So that was double reason for me to back the deck. But it is the ASL Tarot, which is American Sign Language. And Dylan is deaf, and he created this deck for everyone. I guess when he met his partner, Allie, he didn't feel very spiritual or mystical, but through her, he started becoming that way. And her familiar is a black cat named Luna. And he credits Luna with helping him to make this deck. So, yeah, it's a combination of American Sign Language and it's I always say it wrong, LBT, LGBTQIQ plus. Oh, I'm awful about this. Anyway, it's for everybody. It's for everybody. This deck was made for everybody. So he had some issues getting the box. So I have the box here. I'm going to take it out. So that's why the deck arrived in the bag, but the box was with it because he did put out a questionnaire about, do you want me to send you the deck with the bag and then send you the box, or do you want me to wait for and send it all together? So me being me, I said send it all together. So here is the actual box for the ASL Tarot, very nicely. It's not embossed, it's just printed on the box. Ooh, and there's more stuff inside. So let's see what's here. Ooh, there was, so I got a piece of amethyst. Ooh, isn't that pretty? I love amethyst. Great stone. So I got that. And, oh, look at this. Look at this. Beautiful tarot cloth. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? That is beautiful. Lovely material, lovely gold print on there. And I do believe that's the sign for I love you. Yes, I love you. I do know a little bit American Sign Language. I know a couple of words, and I know the alphabet, so I can always spell if I need to. And then the book. The book is inside. It seems to be a magnetic closure. So that's very nice. It's a lovely, lovely sturdy box. So that's nice. We have a little white book here. So let's see, what do we got? Okay, he and his cat, deaf artist. So he said, why was the ASL Tarot created? And he said, I noticed in esotericism and tarot, there is little representation of the deaf community and American Sign Language. This was an opportunity to share what is important to me. If you've not experienced the deaf community, the ASL Tarot will expose you to a wonderful world that is often hidden. Exciting, isn't it? It is exciting. It's very exciting. So what else? Oh, he's included spreads. There's 3, 4, and a 5 card spread. There's a 7 card horseshoe spread. He talks about deck blessing and cleansing. He talks about the elements, and then he's got the major arcana, and let me see what he has for the minors. Okay, so he's got very short things for the minors, and on the majors, he does include an ASL description. So he describes what the Fool is signing and how to accomplish it. And he does that for all the majors. The minors have no descriptions about signing, so I'm thinking that the minors probably don't have signing in them. But yeah, it's a nice little book. All right, let's get into the deck here. This is a chonker. This is a chonker, guys, and it's I love that it's paper, that it's a paper cover here. Oh my gosh, this deck is impressive in size. Let me tell you, it is very impressive in size. This is huge. This deck is so thick. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think my hands aren't big enough to even be able to riffle shuffle this deck. But I don't care. Where there's a will, there's a way. So it has this lovely gold edging on it, and it's not, it's just a gold edging. It's not gilded. It's not gilded at all. It's not the brushed gilding. It's just a gold edging. So, again, let's see. Here is the back. Ooh, pretty bling in the back there with I love you. And these are out of order, and that's probably because that's the way they were printed. Some printing companies do that, and again, he used a local printing company, so I think that's great. But here we go for the cards. So we have the Ace of Pentacles. This cardstock is thick ass cardstock, you guys. I mean, some of the thickest cardstock I've ever seen. So I'm not going to kid you. Riffle shuffling this is probably going to be a no. Overhand shuffling with some difficulty, yes, if you have small hands, because this deck is chonky. You might have to split it in two and shuffle, overhand shuffle one side and then the other, and then split them up and do them again. So, but anyway, here's our Ace of Pentacles. And we have the King of Pentacles. Ooh, I love the colors. The Queen. Very different in coloration, but I like it. The Knight. The Page. Now, see, the Page is doing something with his fingers here. I think that's a P for page. I think. We have the 10 of Pentacles. Oh, 9. 8. And I think, okay, so if you have to look at the hands. The hands are actually the numbers. So that's how you would sign 7. Would be this. This would be 7. Very cool. Great way to learn some sign language, let me tell you. I learned, I didn't go as far learning sign language as I would have wanted to, but I learned because I had some deaf friends, and it was easier to communicate. So I ended up doing okay with spelling a lot of things. They ended up catching on pretty quick. Oh, I like this. All right, so now we have the Ace of Swords. So it's not out of order. They just have the aces first, and then the king, and then they go 10 to 2. So that's what it is. We have the King of Swords. So you can see that's K, or that's K. And then you have Queen, which is, I think, like this. Down. Yeah, this way I think is Page, and this way is Queen. So you can see her hand gesture. Knight. I don't know about that one. I really like the choice of colors here very much. They definitely stand out and are not your normal color palette for sure. There's our 10 of Swords, 9 of Swords, the 8, the 7. I love it. The 6, 5, 4, the 3, the 2, and now we're to the Ace of Wands. King, the Queen, the Knight, the Page, 10, 9. I love these colors. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and the 2. Oh my gosh, I love these. I love these. The artwork is just so basic, so simple, really stripped down, and I'm finding that I'm enjoying that very much. All right, so now, okay, let me All right. So now we have our Ace of Chalices. We have our 2. Ooh, is that fish flying? The Queen, the Knight, and the Page. And then we have, oh, look at our 10. That's so awesome, the way they did the rainbow with the 10. That's great. 9, I'm loving this. I'm loving this. I would be more than happy to use this deck with any deaf person I read for. Actually, I would still use it for any person I read for because it's still straightforward. Yes, Baker, right? We like this. We like this deck very much. Look at that. The 4, and then 3, and the 2 of chalices. Okay, so that takes us through the minors. Now, here are the majors. So apparently, what the Fool is signing is the word clueless. And it says here in the book, the Fool is signing, in quotes, clueless. Have your thumb touch your index finger, then moving it a little left and right over your forehead. So this means clueless, or you're the fool. I love that. See, you can learn you can learn some sign language with at least the 21 majors. I mean, how awesome is that? Clueless. So I love that. Look at I love it. I love it. So I'm not going to go through every card. You have to get your own deck to do that. But the Magician, I did sneak a peek and it said the Magician is signing the word magic. So there's that. But we have the High Priestess, our Empress, the Emperor, the Hierophant, the Lovers, the Chariot, beautiful Strength card, the Hermit, Wheel of Fortune, Justice, the Hanged Man, Death. Ugh. Now that's a beautiful Death card. Temperance. You can see she's motioning something with her hands. The Devil. The Tower. The Star. The Moon. The Sun. Judgment. And finally, the World. Oh my goodness. I love this deck. I love it. You know, it truly is a deck for everybody. It will certainly enhance a deaf person who's having their cards read, that they can actually, you know, read some of it there. I do think it's a deck for everybody because, I mean, look, all the colors of the rainbow. He's got red people in here and blue people in here and brown people and, you know, white people. And it's just the whole entire rainbow in this deck. I love how it's stripped down, really stripped down to the major meanings. And so I love it. The only thing I don't love is that it's so thick. It's going to be so hard to shuffle. I'm going to see if I split the deck in two, if that helps any. So, ooh. They're still very, very stiff to shuffle. Very stiff to shuffle, to riffle shuffle. So, yeah, let's see. They are much better shuffled long ways like this, I think. That is a much better feel. Let me see about the other side here. Yes, that's what I would do. You're going to have to split it into two sides, and you're going to have to shuffle the two sides separately, and then, you know, put them back together and shuffle them up again. And yeah, unless you have like huge hands, there is no way you can shuffle this deck. I don't even think I'm going to try it with my small hands. See how big this deck is? It takes up almost like my whole entire hand. Yeah, it is not very comfortable to do the whole deck this way. So I would definitely say split it half and half. And you know what? Yeah, it's bothersome. Yeah, it's a pain in the ass. But I love the cards. I love the cards. So there you go, folks. That was the ASL Tarot from Dylan in Rochester. And I will put a link in the description where you can get the deck yourself. And let me know what you think. Did you get this deck? If you did, let me know your thoughts and feelings on it. Are you working with it? Are you using it? I will start using this deck this week myself. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So yeah. All right, guys, that does it for this time. I'll see you on the next one. Mwah!